Hey everybody, it's Monday night. It's Always Bookin Comedy. We got Vinny Seeram from New York City. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. We just did the Mountain Fresh Comedy Festival together. Vinny was very funny,
Oh,
and
thank you.
we're gonna break that down. I got the Adam Kane Holland poster right behind me. I got the Jenny Zagrino postcards. We got all kinds of stuff. What
Great
do you got
physical
behind
marketing, I
you?
gotta say.
What's that?
Also, I got some physical marketing behind me. This is my. Maybe we'll talk about it later. This is my show that I produce out here in New York.
Nice,
So
awesome.
I'm starting
What's
to
it called?
wallpaper the joint. It's called Vinny Comedy,
All
which is
right, I love
a
it.
silly random name.
I
It's
love
all
it. We're underway. Well, but pretty soon, all the apartments in your hallway, we'll fill
yeah,
them all up.
sounds good.
Uh, how is the travel back to New York?
Yeah, all smooth sailing. Actually, on kind of that nor'easter that was blowing in. We left a little early, but all
Okay.
great, all great. We were on that. Well, I was a little nervous. We were on that 737 Max, which had a bunch of accidents earlier in the year, but by the grace of the Denver comedy scene, we made it.
Nice, awesome. So I don't know. Tell me about your visit to Colorado. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, it was a great time. So I actually came out to Denver
Okay.
foremost a few days earlier, just to get a taste of the open mic scene, and I mean do some sightseeing. So I got a chance to see the city, drive around, see the town, and yeah, the open mics. I mentioned I checked out. Probably heard of the Rise Comedy. It was a
Yeah,
great little.
Wednesday night, Mike.
Yeah, the Wednesday night mic.
Great. Did you get up early or middle or
I
late?
got it very late, but
Oh yeah. I
the
mean,
the, the
that's one of those mics that tails off.
yeah,
It's
but I
super
mean.
hot in the beginning, and then I don't know what your experience was, but that's been my
No,
experience.
it was yeah, it's similar. It was starting to peter up. You know, there's peaks and valleys, like one last gasp of
Yeah.
energy, right? So I think I
Nice.
got in on the last. Maybe I caused the last gap. We'll say
There
that.
you go. There you go. You
But
you
it
brought
was
it.
a whole lot of fun, a lot of great comics. It was great to get. I feel like a good sampler of the
At the scene.
burgeoning comedy scene. Yeah.
Yeah, I travel a lot. I go to a lot of open mics all over the country, and I will defend Denver. It's a talented scene.
hmm
Do you remember anybody you saw that stood out?
Let me think. There's one fella by the name of Colin. We actually spoke a little bit. I forget his last name, but he actually we were just talking after the mic for a little while, which is why his name probably sticks out. He's actually thinking about moving to out to New York, so I might see him pretty soon.
Oh, there you go. Right on. He's a Denver kid.
Yeah, he's a Denver comic,
Okay.
or originally, so but moving to the
Nice.
big city, as it were.
Okay, Colin. I am not sure who that might be, but that's cool. So you got to go to Rise, and
Mhm.
then Thursday night you were in Gypsum, Colorado, with
That's
Adam
right.
Kane
Yeah,
Holland. Tell us about it.
yeah. So yeah, I started out made the drive. And, you know, I'm being in New York. I'm a typical New Yorker. I hardly ever drive anywhere.
Okay.
So that was the most driving I've done since I got my license, probably. But
Okay.
it was a beautiful
For-
ride down.
Did you drive when it was light out?
Yes,
Yeah, gorgeous time of year to drive. The
it was
leaves are
beautiful.
changing. Yeah, it's a very pretty drive.
Yeah, very
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 cool.
scenic. So it was a fantastic welcome back to driving, I
Yeah.
guess.
Shout out to 70 West.
Yeah, it
Uh,
treated me okay. Got me there safe.
nice, nice.
But yeah, Gypsum, Colorado. It was remind me the name of the brewery we were at?
Eagle River Brewing.
Eagle
Shout
River
out
Brewing
to
Company.
Eagle River Brewing Company.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a fantastic venue. I've done breweries a few times, but this is probably one of the more organized brewery shows. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah, Gypsum was like
oh, well, tell me more. How was it organized? Oh my goodness.
yeah, it was very I won't say, yeah, I'll say authoritarian in, you know, organization and
I
scene,
dropped the hammer.
but that no, that's exactly what, you know, people don't do that, but that's what you got to do. You get these people in line, and you sit down. Maybe they grumbled and moaned, but it was all worth it in the end. I think everyone was seated in the right place, and everyone got a good
Yeah.
view. Everyone was,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was
You
a
know what?
beautiful venue.
Uh, I survey after every show, and somebody gave me the most helpful feedback that
Right.
I've run 300 comedy shows, and for some reason it's never cracked through my cranium. But check this out. What an incredible idea. Remember how we laid out all the seats?
Right.
Stagger them so that the person behind the person in front of them isn't looking at the head.
Yeah.
They're in between two heads, looking between shoulders, basically. I think the person called it zipper
Right, right.
lining or offset chairs or
Yeah.
something like that. But what a good idea. I've never even heard of it or thought of it,
Mhm.
but brilliant, and I will do it in the future.
It's a great idea. It's when you start running a show, you initially you don't. There's so many small details that affect
Yeah.
everyone's experience that you wouldn't think of, but then you learn as you go for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I just put together the recap video, which everybody can watch at mfcomedy.com, where submissions are open for 2026, by the way. Very early, exceptionally early
Mhm.
submission opening this
Highly
year.
recommend. Highly recommend.
There we go. Yeah. You heard it from Vinny himself.
First-hand experience.
Yeah. But as I was putting together the video, there's a pretty remarkable photo of you on stage, and then just this sea of people.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
it's from stage right, and so you're on the left part of the picture, and then
Mm,
it's just like people going out as out of frame, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's
a thank you, Gypsum, for coming out.
yeah.
They
They're all very friendly. What stuck out to me, like after the show, you had folks coming up to us. It's like, thanks for coming. Like they were grateful. Maybe I'm
yes,
I'm spoiled or ruined by the jaded New Yorkers that coming out to these shows. They,
yes.
hello, goodbye. But they're so very friendly, so very kind, or so very grateful. So nothing but good things to say about Gypsum, Colorado.
Yeah, I can't say enough about doing comedy in small places.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe that's because I only get to do comedy in small places, but
It's what you
I
got.
really enjoy it. Like I was just right before I hopped on this, I was doing some details around a show later this week in Twin Falls, Idaho. I've never been there. I couldn't find it on a map, but I'm sure it's going to be a super fun show because
Hmm.
it's the middle of nowhere and people are grateful is the right word.
Hmm.
They're excited. There's like an energy, a buzz that is different than if I run a show in Denver or if you run a show in New York City. It's like
Hmm.
not to say that people are spoiled, but in Denver, yesterday we had an amazing Broncos game. You got tons of museums and places to eat, and New York City is 10x or 100x that. So
Yeah.
there's
I,
there's something to be said for getting a couple hours away from from I don't know civilization.
Absolutely, I can attest. Even like after Mountain Fresh, I was doing another small festival out in upstate New York in a place called Endicott, New York, which is
Okay,
just outside of Binghamton. And again, it's kind of one of the things I want to do more. It was again a fantastic show, very similar in spirit, I think, to the shows we did out in Colorado.
that's
But there's
awesome.
so many small New York State towns that it's a very similar vibe. That over there's the Rockies, but we've got the Appalachians.
Yeah,
So just there's so many times just having that experience over there kind of makes invigorates me and trying to explore what's going on up here up north.
yeah, cool. So let's keep going through the weekend. So
Right
we're on Thursday. After the show, tell us what happened after the show.
after the show, oh yeah, we had a fantastic discussion with our headliner Adam. I stayed for it was a fantastic. It was like a classic. It didn't. I know you curated it as a Q&A session, but it definitely felt like just after any kind of professional show at a club, just hanging in the green room. We
Hmm.
were lacking in a room. It was outdoors. Um,
It was cold too. Holy
It was
cow.
chilly, but I mean, it was we were all kind of glued to our seats, just talking to
Hmm.
each other, having a good laugh, hearing it from Adam, all the experiences and the advice from and another thing about the lineup, I'll kind of attest to. It's a great spectrum of experience in terms of you have guys like Bob and Min. Shout out to Bob and Min. I think
Yeah.
1 or 2 years in the comedy.
Yep.
I maybe a couple more years than that, and then a guy like Chris is a little over a decade. Same with Jake, and of course
Yeah.
Adam as well. It's a great spectrum of different stages in the comedy journey. Those that are all represented. So it was great to hear what it's look like, how it is for someone who's starting out now versus thinking about how I started out, or someone who's like in kind of middle of the road like myself versus
Yeah.
the feature comics like Chris and all that, and the headliner, of course. So it was a great, again, a great spectrum of experiences to draw from and learn from.
Yeah. So do you remember any tidbits from Adam, Kate, and Holland that night, or talking to other comics that night?
Yeah,
Anything you
yeah,
took away?
yeah. I think a question I had in particular, so I'm someone at a point I'm trying to like angle into the clubs, even like regional clubs, like or those chain clubs like Funny Bones or Heliums, things like that. The question I asked was, again, basically how to angle my way into getting a guest spot or a feature spot into one of those clubs. piece of advice I received from both Adam and I believe Chris. Um, if you have a headliner, you see who's headlining on a particular weekend, a particular evening, someone who you might know or have a connection to, just reach out and be civil and say, hey, can I roll with you that evening? And that might create an opportunity for you to get to the club, have a few minutes, and maybe start to meet some of the people that are working there. So that was a that's something I took away. I definitely I'm looking to try in the near future, and then in general, I'm trying to be better with just being being friendly or being putting myself out there and asking people for
Sure.
favors now and again. That's something I've
Yeah.
always struggled with. So hearing it from the horse's mouth always a great thing for me, I think.
There you go. Prompting some action. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
be a go getter.
Yeah. So I'm going to move on to Saturday in Frisco. Or
Yep.
any final thoughts on Gypsum, or ready to move on?
All right, let's go. Keep going.
All right, Saturday. So we went to Frisco, Colorado, a little closer to Denver.
Hmm.
Also a brewery. Why don't you take it from there? Set the scene.
Yeah, so I walk into the High Side Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I immediately see the golden retriever on the floor, which is a great welcome. Great, very, very. I never got the dog. Very friendly. I got to pet him a few times. Very friendly dog. But High Side Brewing again, another great venue, great organization. I'll tip my hat to that again. I think they were a bit more cooperative from the get go at
Yeah,
Frisco.
well, we've done shows there longer, so they're
Yeah.
a little more used to me.
Mm-hmm. And it's again a very friendly crowd. I think.
Also, actually, let me say one
Go
other
ahead.
thing. A big difference between night one and night two in terms of coordinating the seating.
Mhm.
Night one, about half the audience was in the showroom
Right.
when we started trying to figure out seating. Night two, that venue has a side room. So there was a different room that people could
Mhm.
hang out and drink beforehand. So there were a lot less people around when things were getting set up.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
structurally easier as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. There's always odds and ends, and with the different venues, like what's the day business versus the show business, and
Yeah.
oftentimes they're less segregated than is easier.
Yeah.
But again, first, let me see. I think coming from Gypsum, I had the opportunity to think about, I think it largely did well, but you can agree or disagree. But I had the
No,
opportunity
you
to
were great all weekend long.
thank you very much. So again, I had the opportunity to kind of just shift things around, iterate, as it were.
Yeah. What did you change?
So I kind
I
of
was just
talked.
gonna say, like, I didn't like nothing stood out to me, but
Mm,
I was running around like a chicken
yeah.
with my head cut off.
So harking back to the talk back in Gypsum, I was talking to Chris. I had a joke, kind of clips notes about people always tell me I should be a voice actor. They never tell me I should be an actor. Uh,
Sure. Great
Chris gave
joke.
me a great tag about the general idea of like, oh, people would rather hear you read someone else's words rather than your own. So I thought it was a great tag or a great idea for a tag. So then
Mhm.
I implemented that in almost basically in real time. I think the tag was like, "Oh, you got great jokes, Vinny, but I'd rather hear you read Leo Tolstoy, something like that." And in fact, it did great. And I have to thank Chris for that. So it was a fantastic
Nice.
uh, tip from Chris Sear. Shout out to Chris Sear once again. And they're
Yeah.
hilarious. Who also hosted that evening?
Mhm.
I should add.
Yeah.
And we had Zach Chapeloni
Yep. Out of
uh,
Los Angeles. Mhm.
out of Los Angeles, which is technically speaking my scene of origin.
Okay.
So it's where I started out years ago. I'm not a real New York comic, unfortunately. But no.
Okay.
So yeah, again, Jack. Again, hilarious, high caliber, experienced performer. Just always great to see, no matter what. Great to see someone who's a pro, do their craft, no matter what. It's a great way to learn, and I definitely feel I saw him uh, pointing out something I didn't point out. In terms of like Zach's a L.A. guy. This is a small town audience. It's different worlds, and but seeing these guys find the common ground, more or less close that gap and finding common experiences to connect with the crowd, developing that connection with the crowd, despite different beliefs, backgrounds, politics, whatever the case. Just seeing them expertly build their rapport, which I saw Zach doing
Yeah.
quite well, was great to see.
Cool. And we did another post-show hang with the comics and the
Yep.
headliner. You take away anything specific from that night?
Yeah. So Zach, I think touched upon or one of the great pieces of advice. Again, Zach, very friendly, very giving person. I'll say the specific inkling I can recall is getting into the comedy store in LA.
Yeah.
Which
Sure.
at time being based in New York is not, it's on my radar, not my immediate plans. I'm still building myself up there. I don't feel I'm ready to go back out there just yet. But his tidbit was uh, or he shared was basically we'll call it the auditioning process, the process of being seen at the store.
Okay.
So he mentioned a specific show that I
Pot roast, probably
past roast.
Monday
Uh,
nights. Yeah, it's
is
like
like
their
getting
open
into that,
mic.
yeah, getting into that show, which open mic, getting seen, getting a spot there, and eventually climbing our way up. And he actually, again, going back to his generosity and giving us, if mentioned, if we're ever in town, to reach out to him, he can help us out in that regard. So,
Yeah.
again, great pieces of advice and great generosity from Zach there.
Zach, yeah, Zach Chapeloni. All right, so moving on to Saturday night, Georgetown, Colorado.
Yeah.
What do you
So
think? What was your
George,
favorite show of the three?
they are also, yeah, it's hard. It's going to be a toss up between Gypsum and Georgetown.
Okay.
I'll say, and no
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 disrespect to Frisco.
disrespect.
Yeah.
It's again all very fantastic shows, but
Mhm.
I think Gypsum being the first one and going so well gives it a special place. And then Georgetown, as he very raucous, very energetic, very powerful. We broke the record,
Yeah,
the
sales
single event attendance
record.
record of
Super fun show. That
there.
was great. That was
Yeah,
wild
yeah.
party energy.
They were ready. This is probably the most exciting thing that happens to Found Silver. I think was my quip in Georgetown. Speaking of, all the sightseeing was great. I'm a minor history buff, so these are great historic towns with great historic sites. And we actually, my partner and I, we rode the Georgetown Loop.
Oh, no way. I've never
Yeah,
done that, but I see it all the time from the highway. What was it like? Was it fun?
yeah, it was a lot of fun. We drove into Silver Plume, so it's a
Okay,
loop
yeah.
to
Cute little town.
Georgetown. Yeah, and then so yeah, it was great. I mean, I love trains. I like the subway out here. My partner loves trains as well, so it was a great to just ride in the train. But also
How
getting
much is it? Is it like $20 or like $50 or
the particular ticket. There's different tickets. The particular ticket we got was around $30, I think.
okay,
There's
okay. And
different
then
rides.
you do
Some
you
of them you can
just go ahead.
yeah. So you leave this particular one. We leave Silver Plume, kind of go 15 minutes past is it Hell's Gate or Devil's Gate? I think it was.
Okay.
And you stop there for a few minutes and basically ride back. And as you're
Okay.
going, I have this it's like an amusement park ride. My partner described it. You drive past these historic sites. And they have a conductor giving you a tour. Here's such and such mine where such and such died of dysentery or something of that
Right.
nature. But it was a lot of fun. And again, you get to see the beautiful views of the mountains. By that time, it had been raining for a minute, but just as we got in the train, it cleared up and it was a beautiful blue sky with all the trees. So it was a great ride.
Did you buy your tickets in advance or did you just walk up and get them?
We bought them. We were looking for things to do ahead of the
Okay.
show. So yeah, we got a
Yeah.
great taste of all this.
Yeah,
Small
I've
towns.
heard that sells out.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. That's neat you did that.
Yeah.
Georgetown, Colorado, everybody.
Yeah. Great
Only
town.
only 50 minutes, 50 minutes from Denver. And
Mhm.
then but you feel like you're in the mountains.
Mhm.
It's, very exciting.
A great
Yeah,
town.
so any notes on your set that night or the audience or the post-show hang?
Oh yeah, so again, raucous, energetic, lots of energy. This is one where I had to add a little bit more. I had my plans out, which wasn't gonna be that much different from Frisco, to be honest. But again, just the give and take from the crowd, the energy, just kept me on my toes. It's like very excited, like sitting on the edge of my seat, just
Yeah,
having fun with them. So it was just great. Again, can't say enough good things about the Georgetown crowd.
sweet. Awesome.
Again, very happy and grateful for us to be there, and likewise grateful for their presence.
Yeah.
And he had hilarious Jenny Zagrino headlining. Which I think it was a very interesting. Again, like, each night was almost a different master class in a way. I think we had Adam, who was kind of working on his
Next
hour at the
album.
moment. So it was a very
8th album or something like
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
it was extremely polished, very tight, put together set for the most. I mean, Zach, he kind of got this not hostile, but he's he's an outsider, well, speaking, but he got them on their side pretty masterfully. And then Jenny Zagrino just handling this again raucous and energetic and loud, outspoken crowd, just kind of getting them under control more or less, and like
Mhm.
playing them to her fiddle. Just seeing that was a great masterclass as well. And again,
Yeah.
hilarious material on top of that.
Right. Jenny's so funny. She's the best.
Mhm.
And
And
then we
another
hung out after the show. You take away anything from Jenny?
Yeah, she had a lot of great practical advice regarding uh, right now the I'll say the meta game or the strategy is it's very much in social media promotion and content creation. So sharing a lot of her um, tips and approaches in that sense. When you're looking at getting booked at clubs or venues, they're looking for people that can draw. And she was kind of not a harsh reality, but the reality of the business right now. You have to make a name for yourself and create stuff and put yourself out there on your own to a degree on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever the case. So
Right.
hearing that her break it down, like here's what's going on, here's what the reality is. Maybe it's changing, but this is what it is now.
Yeah.
Hearing that from again from a pro, very helpful.
Yeah. She's the best. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about you and maybe this Vinny Comedy.
Oh yeah.
Uh, is this the first show you've run, or is this
So
a
yeah,
follow up
yeah, I've run a couple
effort?
shows in my time. Well, I was in I guess I started as a showrunner back in college. I was in UCLA back in Los Angeles. I was in a comedy club out there, and we put on shows for the college campus pretty frequently. So I
Do you know
was
Salma Zaki by any
yes, we
chance?
were the exact same class. We were we came up together more or
No
less.
way.
The
That's
exact
cool.
same. Of course, yeah, she's like doing fantastic. I mean, even back then, you could tell she's something special.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were in the exact same comedy club. We put on a lot of shows together back in college.
That's
I,
cool.
so
Yeah, you guys, I
she's
mean, from hearing her stories, like you guys booked Ali Wong,
yes,
and that's
yeah, a lot of
crazy.
great names. Ali Wong, right before Ali Wong blew up. Nikki Glazer, Nicole
Wow.
Byer, great names that are huge now and were big back then. But we
Right.
we we got a lot of great things happened when we put
Yeah.
our heads together.
Ha-
Speaking of Selma, I'll say she's on my next show. So
Oh,
there
no
she is.
way.
Yeah, there she is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So funny. Salma's the best. She's done Castle Rock Comedy Show. She did Vale Comedy
Mhm.
Festival. She's been around, but she lives in New York City now, so harder for me to book and work with.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
very cool. So you started this comedy
mhm.
club, or started in the comedy club.
Yeah. And then
Did that help you as a comedian? Do you think, working with those soon to be famous comics?
I think yeah, absolutely. Just I mean, what the great thing about if you're working at college, or being a college student or working at college, you kind of it's almost similar to a small town. Like, what are you need people looking for things to do on an evening. It's like yeah, you get your own small town, like a guaranteed audience, more or less. People are going to come out to see what's going on and support each other. So having that audience and then having again, like I was mentioned before, seeing pros at work is a great way to learn.
Yeah,
So a lot of great experiences out of that. So
that's
that's where I got
awesome.
my show running gene was planted.
Yeah, and then you moved straight to New York City.
So I'm originally from New York City. So
Okay.
I'm from the Bronx, New York, and then so I basically came back home
Okay.
and I was starting to get back into it, and then COVID hit, and then I
Mhm.
started doing some Zoom comedy, and that went some places. Uh, as everyone get, and I was out of the game for like quite a few years actually. So I've been about a year and a half back, um, and then so
Yeah.
as part of my comeback tour, we'll call it. I'm
Yeah.
now looking. I started putting on this. Right now, it's a bi-monthly show. It's at a joint. It's in Astoria called QED, which is kind of my home club right now. I
Oh,
perform there.
yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great
I've
little
never
venue.
been, but pretty well known.
Never in town. I run the Monday mic at QED if anyone wants to drop
Okay.
in by. But yeah,
Nice.
that's the venue, guys. I've had some great comics so far. At
Are
my
you run
first.
what ti are you is it a late night mic? Are you skipping it tonight, or do you not run it every Monday?
Uh,
Because we're
I,
taping on a Monday for anybody listening to this.
yeah, it's usually normally it's at 6 p.m. at Mondays, so already happened.
Oh, so you're done. Hell
Yep,
yeah. Look at that. What a hero. I love Thank you for running a mic.
I'm
Anybody
putting
who
in.
runs a mic. I ran a mic for a minute, and even before I ran one, I appreciated the sacrifice of anybody running a mic.
It's a dirty job, but
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
So
again,
what are some of the challenges with running a show? And it looks like you're up to your third one, maybe,
yep.
or have you adapted or changed anything along the way?
See, this is number three. I think the biggest challenge is getting butts in seats more than anything else.
Yeah.
For my account, I almost want to pick your brain about some of your
Yeah.
marketing strategies. I mean,
Sure.
New York is a little kind of tough. There's a wealth of things, the wealth of nightlife still, for people. So you got to kind of convince people like this is the hottest, best thing to do on a Thursday night, Friday night, wherever it is.
Right.
But so far,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
doing
I'm a
pretty well.
little out of my league giving advice in New York City, but I can answer generic questions. I will say that is 50% of my life is getting butts in seats.
Yeah.
Is I wake up in a panic at night sometimes, and it's, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, but and I'm like, yeah, it's so far, you got to kind of throw everything at a wall, and still in the process of seeing what's sticking per se. I got to
Yeah.
do some
Do you
surveys.
poster?
Huh?
Do you poster, like hang up signs?
Yeah, hang up signs, do some barking. I just go to local cafes. Can I put my sign on your bulletin board, things of that nature.
Yeah. How many seats are you trying to fill?
So it's a 50-seat venue. So
Okay.
far I've gotten the past first two shows gotten 30 out of 50. So I'm
That's
trying to
great.
sell out one of these days.
Yeah. Do you have control over where they sit? Like, can you compress them to 30, or do they just kind of go anywhere?
Oh yeah, I try to corral them, get them up in the front.
Nice.
So I have to take some tips from you. You're approaching gypsum, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I shared this with Adam Kate Holland at that post show, or before the hang started, and I don't know who I'm borrowing this from, but somebody else told me this. When you seat a comedy audience, you want to do it like a pile of leaves you're going to jump on. You want them all
That's a good one.
close together.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
That's good now.
Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, you can pay for ads, but I
Mhm.
don't know if that would work in New York City. I mean, over time, consistency helps
Right.
because you get some of that repeat audience, and that is like the best ever. If you can get 10 people to come back to every one of your shows,
Mhm.
that's great. And
Yeah.
maybe you incentivize that somehow. At the end of a fun show, you hand out free tickets to the next one, or whatever it is, discounted tickets. And word of mouth helps once you've been doing it a while, and an email list. If you can collect, do
Mhm.
you get the customers' emails, or those all go to the club?
Through the ticketing, they all go to the club. I'm just gonna start just having a separate form for the guys to fill out and start building
Nice.
that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
ask for it when they come in. That's
Right.
smart, because then you can remind them, hey, we got another show. This is
Yeah.
gonna be really great. Yeah. We got a question for online from North Carolina. Do you have any goals to finish by the end of the year?
By the end of the year, the goal I set at the beginning of this year was to do more festivals. So I've kind of
There you go. You're killing it.
thankfully gotten that. In terms of by the end from the next few months, yeah, I got this show I'm going to put on, and then next one I got two more shows for this year that I'm going to produce. So I'm going to focus on getting those to be um, as hot and as packed as possible, and then
Nice.
yeah, just keep. I kind of harkening back to the advice Adam and Chris gave me. Just be a go-getter, put myself out there a bit more, ask for spots, put away my pride now and again, and just try
Yeah.
to get more stage time.
Nice.
Which is everyone's goal, I guess. It's kind of a cop out, maybe.
Sure, of course. And you're doing the right thing by giving people stage time.
Yeah,
It's good karma. What goes around comes around.
yeah.
And hopefully that's true for you as well. All right, well, we're gonna start landing this plane. How can people find you, Vinny?
So at Vinny Seeram on all platforms. It's VINNYSEERAM on
Okay,
Instagram, TikTok, and
awesome.
probably the rest of them.
And bi-monthly at QED in
Yep,
Astoria, Vinny
bi-monthly
Comedy.
at Vinny.comedy. Next show is next week, October 30th.
Is that an actual URL that
It is
works?
not. Someone
Okay,
already.
all right.
I'm working on it.
Okay,
I'd be amazing, but
okay.
I'm working on it. But
How can
that's
you, if people want to get tickets, like go to the QED website?
yeah, it's QEDAstoria.com, and it's
Okay.
gonna just find on the calendar. We got Nathan McIntosh, hilarious New York comic.
I love Nathan. I can't say enough good things about Nathan. He is
He's
the
fantastic.
funniest guy. Is he headlining that Selma show?
Yep.
That is an unreal lineup, everybody. Unreal. Nathan is
I'm,
the best.
I'm very proud of this one. This is good.
He's
I cook up good shows. I want to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
make it
He's
known.
been out many times on my runs. We've gotten into some hijinks together. He's a really exceptional comedian. He's incredible.
Fantastic.
Can't say enough nice things about Nathan McIntosh. Awesome. Check out mfcomedy.com, everybody, for Mountain Fresh Comedy Festival. It's coming back October 26th. Comedian submissions are open now and will be until like June or something like that. All the
Can't
details.
recommend enough. Cannot recommend enough.
There
It
we
was a great
go.
time.
Awesome. All right, we're going to shut this down. Stick around, Vinny, for a second. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next Monday.